could you eat a meal this big every day for a year and lose weight? You already know the answer if you follow me. Today, this is not one giant meal. This is a side dish that you can serve at your holiday dinner. Ideas for your holiday side dishes: the wedge salad version with blue cheese dressing, creamy cilantro, and creamy cranberry. But first, a comment on the absolute necessary ingredient in any wedge salad: the iceberg. I get questions all the time about this lettuce. Let's just take a little moment for fun. There are lots of iceberg haters out there, including my own mom, who taught me from a very young age that this has no nutrition and it will even clog up my digestive tract. Let's do a little tally. Positive, negative. Oh gosh, these are Christmas colors. No nutrition, can't digest, so you're gonna just end up unhealthy. Mama all through 1980 and 1990. By weight, iceberg is low on the nutrient totem pole for greens. It's because it has a lot of water in it. A lot of water. Water didn't make me fat. Water? Fat Amanda. Unhealthy? I don't eat this every day, but even if I did, and it helped me get from 280 to 140, and we're all concerned that it had too much water in it, what are we worried about, guys? So we'll just put here, I'm no longer 280 pounds. Okay. And so eat it or don't eat it. And you know, sometimes mama isn't right. Don't tell my kids. Anywho, we're making wedge salads today. I hope we don't offend all the holiday guests with all the water in this lettuce. Let's get started. These are really hunky chunky icebergs. When they're a little more flimsy, you can just bang them and pull the core out. These are substantial. These are great for wedge salads, but you might need a knife. Whoa. This one's really, really hunky. It is great. I'll use a knife. Get our wedges going. I like to go in half and then slice. So I get about 4 wedges with 1/2. Oh, a couple little brown spots on this. I'm just gonna pull those off. Sometimes I'll cut these wrong. They still end up as wedges. Let's not overthink it. We're making 3 different dressings that all start from one creamy base. Here we go. So I wanna show you this. Dressings tend to have commonalities. This starts with a creamy base, and we'll make 3 different flavors. Some Greek yogurt. You could use sour cream. It would be a little more rich. This is the leaner option. Some mayonnaise. My dressings tend to have a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt and a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise when I make a creamy dressing. Salt and pepper, measuring carefully as always. Extra salt. Boy, I used to have to watch my salt. My blood pressure was a little bit high, and boy, losing 140 pounds has changed my life because I can just put the salt on this at wild abandon. Of course, people can salt their own salads, but especially with a wedge salad, I like to get the dressing a little bit closer. This is actually already really good as it is, and it has nothing in it. I'm gonna thin this down just a bit. We're gonna want it thinner for all 3 versions. Let's add our blue cheese. I'm gonna put some buttermilk in this, and I don't have buttermilk, but I have buttermilk powder. And with the chunky cheese and that powder, we're gonna add a little more water. I'm gonna add a little basil. I'm just feeling like basil today. Parsley would be great. Okay, so this could just go in the regular ranch direction if we wanted to, just add some herbs to it maybe, but let's go a little holiday here. Behold, some cranberry sauce. This is just fresh cranberries cooked up with water, some stevia, and some lemon juice. This is one of the recipes in the holiday ebook, but look at our opportunity. I want it to be super pink. I'm excited about the color. Woo, okay. Shouldn't be making a bunch of stuff that looks like ice cream. Okay, this is nice. It's creamy, sweet, but for my sweeter dressings, I'm also looking for some vinegar in there to have a little tangy balance, apple cider vinegar. Nice cranberry flavor in there. For my 3rd flavor, and perhaps to go with our Christmas red, this is a lot of cilantro for about 1/2 cup of dressing. but I'm gonna put it all in because I feel like cilantro today. I'm feeling like most people are gonna put half this amount in. Let's not fool around, let's get a little lemon in there too. So it's funny because in the Pathfinder course, for instance, in the skillet recipes, I make a very big point about not leaning into the fresh stuff. Make your meals as simple as possible. So I'm trying to remember the last time I put lemon juice in a dressing. It's been a while because I've been working on recipes for the Pathfinder course. Boy, fresh lemon juice is really super great, but my view is that the whole weight loss thing falls apart on the bad days. You know, you wake up, it's a bad day, and you need to be ready. You need to be ready with stuff that's super, super simple. You need to have that intention, that expectation for yourself that you do not need to be all gourmet or whatever else. Keep it as simple as possible. Now, this is a little bit of a holiday spread, so, you know, I'm bringing in some fresh stuff. But with holidays and weight loss, let's not lose that longer term strategy that we want to employ, which is to keep this as simple as possible. So the Pathfinder course, the Skillets book, has no fresh cilantro in it or lemon juice, but we're doing that today. So you could just fine chop the cilantro and mix it in. I want this green. I want it to be a beautiful green, so I'm gonna blend it up. Okay, here we go. Nice light green. If you wanted a dark green, you'd want to make a vinaigrette. Boy, you can get some beautiful dark green dressings that way. I've made a giant mess. Just occurs to me, I could just lick out the blender. No one would ever know but you guys. Okay, needs more salt. Like I said, very happy I can have more salt. Whew, can we just take a moment to appreciate we can eat stuff like this and lose weight and get out and live our most vibrant lives. You know, with holiday eating, people so often focus on what they cannot eat. What about what we can eat? This is spectacular. So let's eat it. As for other toppings, I'm keeping this super simple. If we're serving this with a holiday meal, we're gonna have a lot going on in that meal. We don't need to have too much going on in these salads. But in my world, a salad is never complete without a little bit of red onion. So we'll put a little bit on these. And let's get some tomatoes. These are kind of big, so I'm just gonna cut them in half, make them more bite-sized. They'll look a little prettier on the salads too. Okay, so we've got all kinds of goodness around here. One more ingredient, the bacon. And for people concerned about the controversy of the iceberg lettuce, what about the controversy of the bacon? Should we be eating it? Okay, this can be our lettuce list. Then we'll have our bacon list. Let's not get overly distracted by references to mama. So of course we've all heard we can have a heart attack from it. Okay, heart attack from all the saturated fat. But then we have all that saturated fat is good for you, so that bacon's actually a good fat. Let's not overlook the point that it might be one of the best flavors on earth. Tastes great. So when we have claims that it's a good fat and it tastes great, then I'm inclined to eat about 900 pounds of this because I do love it. And so let's see, iceberg. Iceberg didn't make me fat. Did bacon make me fat? Bacon equals fat, Amanda. Okay, enjoy some bacon on your salads, but whenever I cook up a pound of this, I make sure someone else is in the house with me because I will eat it until it's gone. In fact, the reason you don't see a whole pound on here is partly it was very fatty and the fat cooked off, but also I've eaten some of it while I've been recording. Do YouTube videos make me fat? I get a little bit concerned. You know, anything we just kind of overeat is probably not a good idea. So I don't get too worried about this controversy because frankly, I probably need to eat a little less bacon than I would really want to eat. Okay. Arrange the wedges on your serving platter. I like to put the pointy ends to the middle. We've kind of done it. I like to drizzle the dressing and then add the toppings. So let's do that. The blue cheese. This is the traditional flavor for a wedge salad. The cranberry. The cilantro. It's about the color of the iceberg. It's gonna be delicious. But again, if you want a really dark green show on there, I would go with a vinaigrette. Okay, I have tomatoes on the floor. Oh my gosh, this just looks delicious. I need to show you guys my view. Oh my gosh, plus I'm just hungry. I'm about to eat these. Maybe not all three. I have alerted my husband, my kiddo, we're all gonna eat wedge salads today. Living right. Yeah, and so on that point about how, gosh, people get so sad, like, oh, I'm not eating the holiday cookies or whatever. Guys, this is amazing. Stay focused on like the amazing flavors that you get to eat. This is fabulous. Focus on what you are eating to reach your long-term goals. Appreciate the abundance, the flavor of it. Wow. And you know, all the things that like eating on point bring you, all the great things in life. And the bacon. Get this crumbled up and on here and get my family eating these before I eat all the bacon, which is so high risk right now. Oh my gosh. See? It's all right. And of course, eat and go be awesome.